So we're going to take a look at BBC Panorama Metropolitan Police, yeah?
I'm absolutely disgusted. I just finished this documentary, right? So it's Panorama, Undercover in the Police.
Yeah.
These people, these so-called police officers, sergeants, are absolute scum. They are scumbags. If you haven't seen this documentary, it came out on BBC last night. You need to give it a watch. This is what they were willing to show someone that they don't even trust, right? So imagine what is going on in the inner circle. They are violent thugs. That Sergeant McAvenny is a pervert. That's an SA predator waiting to pounce. I cannot believe what I was hearing. And then you've got officers just outwardly, proudly proclaiming that the reason they joined the force was so that they could basically get into scraps, so they could have fights. Because, you know, I'm from Bermondsey, that's what we do. We like to have scraps. People that are put in a position of power to protect and serve in this country. The racism, I mean, tell us something that we don't know. The misogyny, tell us something that we don't know. The homophobia, tell us something that we don't know. But the aggravated, aggressive abuse is beyond disgraceful. What they did to that 17-year-old...
Hold on, let me see what someone else is saying.
My name is Izzy Vine and I worked for the Met Police between 2020 to just under 2025. I witnessed firsthand the discrimination and the misogynistic, sexist, racist culture within the Met Police. I raised the alarm. I have been speaking out for 3 years, 1 year publicly, and tonight I am heartbroken because it just reconfirms that I have been ignored and I have been silenced by the Met, by government, by media, multiple media platforms, because I haven't come from an established platform like Panorama. Please stop ignoring whistleblowers. I have been speaking about this for years, and so...
For years. She said for years. Let's see what else they got to say. What's this one?
Or the point.
I hope you know that in any police...
Hold on. Forget that last one what I showed you, but I think there's another one.
BBC Panorama has spent 7 months undercover at a major police station in London to find out whether the Metropolitan Police Force has changed following a highly critical report into its culture more than 2 years ago. Rory Bibb got a job at Charing Cross Police Station and filmed some of what he witnessed during his time there. His footage reveals racism, officers bragging about the use of force, and misogyny. As a result of his investigation, 11 people, most of them serving officers, are under investigation for potential gross misconduct. I must warn you that this report contains discriminatory and misogynistic language from the very start. Here is Emma Vardy.
Your smile is a scum. Smile is ugly. Any poor person's the worst to deal with. Got to be so lose our job right.
This is an off-duty Metropolitan Police officer, PC Phil Nielsen, talking about some of the communities of London he polices.
And the ones that rape women, you do them and let them bleed out. I've seen too many Islamics committing crimes. Their way of life is not the correct way of life.
And referring to cases he says he's dealt with.
Either put a bullet through his head or deport him.
Whether on or off duty, the behaviour of police officers is governed by rules laid out in law. They should not discriminate. But 2.5 years ago, an independent review concluded the Met was institutionally homophobic, misogynistic and racist. Panorama went undercover to find out if it had changed after whistleblowers provided evidence about Charing Cross.
Ring the buzzer if you need anything else, sir.
Our reporter Rory Bibb worked for 7 months at Charing Cross in a civilian role as a designated detention officer. He filmed evidence of racist attitudes and what appeared to be the mistreatment of people who'd been arrested.
He's got his boot right, he's just gone. And he's got his
PC Martin Borg is talking about this, where a sergeant can be seen on CCTV stomping down twice. The officers suggested the man tried to kick the sergeant first. He was being restrained at the time. Martin Borg, who was in the cell, joked about how he and his sergeant discussed what they'd write in their statements about the incident.
He tried to kick me out of the incident, so I'd absolutely decide. Absolutely so. Whatever you say, so. It was like, thank you very much, mate.
We also filmed officers bragging about the use of force.
I love taking fingerprints by force, because I'm like, give me a fingerprint. No, I'm going to break your fingers if you don't give them to me. And so we grab the other 2 fingers, and you pull really hard, and it snaps the tendon.
This officer describes how he dealt with a man wearing leg restraints in the back of a police van.
At the back of his legs, trying to get him up to the floor to put him in. He's just smashing his head off the top. I was like, all right, fine. Never got a complaint.
We don't know if the officers actually hurt people or if it was just bravado. The Met insist its culture has changed, but our filming suggests some of its officers have not. They're just more careful about who they share their views with.
All right. Views and opinions, yeah? Lived in London all my life, innit? The police are like that. They've been like that from when people have been young. It's not an attitude. It's like a cult type of vibe. It's different, innit? I think people are not shocked because they know that that's what the police are like. Full stop. I mean, the power, what is within some normal people who abuse it in whatever type of way, whoever they don't dislike, you know, because there's loads of groups in it which people get away with shit, and like, yeah, it's just not surprising at all. Like, you could see none of my face was shocked at no point, because again, you're hearing stuff what you already know, innit? But what you got to understand is who's investigating you is yourself. So of course you're not going to find nothing. And even when you do find something, you got to give them paid leave. Why don't you just cancel everything? Why don't you just treat it like a normal job? No pension, nothing. You did that, cool. You write yourself off. But they will never do that, innit? Because people have to take responsibility and accountability. That just doesn't get done nowadays. Nothing ain't going to get changed. 2 weeks' time, they'll go away and say, we've put people on training. Yeah? But I bet you they're still getting paid. But those people probably moan about the people that were train drivers and they had strikes. Do you get it? Like, this is what type of world is going on right now, where they're abusing the power, all of that. But that's that I think is just a police thing. Just in general, everywhere. It's too much power for one person to hold. It's too much to ask that person to not be emotional that day and say, the reason why they done this, because I was going through something at home. Or this happened to me. Seeing this every day put me through this. Don't do the job. You're not fit for the job. I don't do the job, so I wouldn't be up for it at any point. Just because millions of people can't be saying the same thing and there's no truth to it. There's truth to it. There's video to it. People have seen it. They ain't going to do nothing. Ain't shit going to be done. What do you think? Anything going to be done? Anybody surprised? Anybody didn't know that, like, that happens? Let me know if you're the surprised one in the comment section below. But let's get it.